Does technology have an effect on our sleep? This question plays an impactful role in our society today, as technology is becoming part of everyone's daily lives. From the moment we wake up in the morning, we are on our phones doing everything from work, social media, communicating, photographing, etc. This new era of technology has benefited us in many ways. As a result, our sleep and mental health are suffering. With technology evolving, it's such a big part of our lives and we may not even realize the effects it has on our sleep. Nowadays, there's a common theme of every high schooler falling asleep to the 6x6 screen on their phone. It makes me wonder if this new way of living is negatively affecting us. It makes me wonder, are we unaware of the impacts? The process of going to sleep is an essential aspect of every single person's life. It's one of the couple things in the world that everyone has in common. After investigating the importance of sleep, it showed there is endless research on this topic, as many sources presented the information in a very clear, black and white fashion that revealed we need a good sleep. The evidence is so professional and supported that it makes me concerned for my generation of unaware teens. In our society, we teenagers are so used to habitually going on our phones before bedtime that we fail to recognize the negative effects it can have on us. When we can barely keep our eyes open at school, feeling depressed or anxious, have a short temper, we fail to take a second to realize that being on our phones till 1 a.m. the night before was the culprit. It begs the question, do we even know how important getting a good night's sleep is?
What exactly is sleep?
Sleep is defined as a condition of body and mind, such as that which typically recurs for several hours every night, in which the nervous system is relatively inactive, the eyes closed, the postural muscles relaxed, and consciousness practically suspended. In this official definition, it's important to harp on the key term of relax, as it's an aspect that promotes a good sleep. Everything from your mind to your body should be relaxed, so the brain can also settle down and relax itself for the night. Additionally, there's lots of proven science that explains the topic of falling asleep, which includes the sleeping chemical in our brain that helps us fall asleep. Melatonin is the chemical that helps you fall asleep. Ryan Rahman, with a master's degree in psychology and nutrition, quotes, "Melatonin works closely with your body's rhythm to help prepare you for sleep. Its levels rise at nighttime. There are many factors that may cause low levels at night. Stress, smoking, exposure to too much light at night, including blue light, not getting enough natural light during the day, shift work, and aging all affect melatonin production." So in this quote, notice how blue light and stress lower the levels of melatonin in our brains at night. Almost expectedly, technology produces large amounts of blue light, and our smartphones definitely can increase our stress levels. It's safe to say that technology negatively impacts our sleep quality in the process of falling asleep. With that being said, it exemplifies that us teenagers don't know the importance of technology and sleep. We continuously use technology, check social media, participate in non-significant rumors and news every single night before we fall asleep, leading to physical and psychological problems in the future. Experiencing sleep for 17 years now, I've witnessed the short-term health issues a lack of sleep can cause. Having a 10-year-old brother growing up in a generation constantly surrounded by technology, it's incredible to see the direct correlation of how an iPhone can affect him. When my parents don't take my brother's phone for the night, he will stay up much later than usual, and then the next day he'll be run down, leading to a cold a couple of days later. A common cold doesn't sound like the end of the world, but when a 10-year-old's immune system is weakened, they have the potential to catch worse sicknesses like strep throat and the flu. It's a slightly different story for me, as I grew up in a time when smartphones weren't really invented yet. I vividly remember the days when reading books and listening to bedtime stories were the normal hobbies to do before bedtime. In middle school, when the iPhone launched and smartphones were becoming an addiction for the majority of people, my stress-free bedtime was no longer a thing. Going on my phone and experiencing this new norm of technology would then become part of my bedtime routine. Little did I know scrolling through social media right before my sleep would unrelax my brain, make it harder to sleep, and stress me out. The days of a chill, good night's sleep were over. No regular person recognized this change or impact on our lives. until it started becoming a problem. When looking at the issue of technology affecting our sleep from the bigger picture, it's important to recognize that this current phase of low sleep quality is leading to big problems around the world. In a very recent news article from CNN, it declares that the U.S. suicide rate is at its highest since World War II. Specifically, the article reveals the suicide rate in the United States continues to climb, with a rate in 2018 that was 33% higher than in 1999, new research finds. These numbers are extremely disturbing for people in the United States, and there isn't a clear reason why the suicide rate has increased so much. However, this sparks the question, how does an increasing suicide rate relate to technology and sleep? This is a big question that doesn't have a clear answer. Additionally, there isn't a clear, defined relationship between technology, sleep, and depression. When looking at these issues from my research and experiences, between the lines of the research, there's a significant domino effect. It starts with technology, as teens are glued to their phones before bedtime, becoming stressed and anxious by the aspects of social media. This leads to a poor night's sleep, which then has effects on people over time, like depression and not doing well in school. When you combine the problems from technology and sleep, a depressed, stressed, bullied, overwhelmed teenager is the result. An easy outlet from all this? Suicide. Overall, technology undeniably has an impact on the quality of our sleep, plus a direct correlation on the process of us humans being able to fall asleep. In the book Sleep by Alex Westcomb, one of the most trusted psychologists in the topic of sleep, quotes, "Sleep occupies a third of our lives. It's also apparent that good sleep is essential for normal brain function and for our overall health and well-being. We may not realize that sleep takes up a whole third of our lives, but it goes to show the potential of how much of an impact it can have on our lives. To put it into perspective, an 18-year-old teenager has lived 6,570 days, which means that he or she has spent approximately 2,190 days sleeping. The importance of sleep in our lives is astonishing. Therefore, we need to stop letting technology taking over and sacrificing the quality of our sleep, and instead focus on achieving a relaxed, stress-free sleep, leading to a happy and healthy life."